morning. This is Nick Stern with Robert L. Stern Financial Services. I'm a certified financial planner here. Just wanted to thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I know I'm a little sad because it's almost the end of summer, but it's been a good one and I hope it's been the same for you. So for August topic discussion, I just wanted to really briefly address some of the most recent market volatility, particularly for the month of August. Historically, for whatever reason, August has been somewhat of a choppy month. The most recent volatility can be pretty scary. A lot of ups and downs when you see the market go down 2 or 3 or 400 points in a day, or that's extended over a couple days. It can really invoke fear in investors. And I think the biggest thing that fuels that fire can be the media. The media, let's not forget, loves to sell their own news, and a lot of times fear sells. So whenever something like this happens, it's really, really overdone, particularly from a media standpoint. There are some overall risks out there, and part of the reason for the most recent volatility has been some of the economic slowdown in China, the devaluation of their currency, the impact that's going to have on emerging markets, as well as some overall global economic fears, in addition to the potential rise in interest rates here. There is also some question of economic growth in the United States. Put all those things together, and you have a great deal of market volatility. Now, over the past couple days, meaning at the very end of August, it seems to have come out of what they say, or what experts would call, a correction territory, which is a good thing. And hopefully the most recent volatility now and going forward will stabilize and subside. And hopefully we'll finish out positive at the end of the year. Just a couple things to keep in mind when the financial markets are choppy like this. If you have overall goals, it's important that you focus on those, and it's going to depend on how you might want to react or think you're going to react in a market environment like the past month that we've had, whether or not you have short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. Typically, if your long-term goals, meaning 5, 10, 15 plus years, meaning if you have a retirement account, while viewing the short-term volatility can be very painful, hopefully down the road it's more or less going to be irrelevant from a performance or return standpoint 10 or 15 years from now. If you're going to retire next month, obviously that's a different story, and the most recent volatility can be a lot more impactful. Either way, it's really important in times like this, especially when the media just hammers their news with all the negativity that's going on, even if it's short term, extremely short term, I should say. It's really important that you focus on those goals. And that'll kind of lead you into the next tip, which is don't do anything or don't react out of panic or fear. Typically when that happens, in the long run, or even in the shorter term run, that decision only hurts you down the road. So it's important that you stay focused on your long-term goals, and you don't do anything out of panic. And a third tip, depending on your overall situation and depending on your goals, it might be smart to limit your media or your news upkeep. Meaning, if every single day you watch certain financial channels that really enjoy just hammering home the negativity, that's probably not good for your own psyche. Particularly, as an example, in the past month it's been extremely volatile, and all of a sudden in the past couple days the markets really have come roaring back. They haven't made up completely all the lost ground, but they're certainly on their way, and hopefully that'll continue. but limiting your media upkeep or the negativity reading that you have can potentially mitigate some of the panic that you may be experiencing from the most recent volatility. In addition, if you have a financial advisor, call them, ask questions. That's what they're there for. And if you ever feel that you want to talk about or want to get a better handle on what's going on, or whether or not you're currently positioned to weather this type of volatility, give them a call. We're always here as well to answer any questions, no obligation. So that being said, if you have any questions, there's a number, email at the bottom of the screen. Again, no obligation. Really appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you have a great August. Thanks.